Lady Louise didn't know what to do with her mother. The 59-year-old Duchess of Edinburgh held a wine glass in her teeth while driving a carriage. The Duchess of Edinburgh showcased her playful side by participating in a drinking game while driving a carriage. The senior royal was captured with a wine glass between her teeth as she attempted to sip the drink while driving the carriage. She was supposed to place the glass down at the next stop, but missed, causing her husband Prince Edward and daughter Lady Louise to burst into laughter. Sophie was dressed in a magnificent dark velvet jacket, a long skirt with a hat, and brown boots as she participated in the game at the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. The 59-year-old skillfully guided the horse and carried towards a wine glass perched on a post, drinking sparkling water as she drove. However, she didn't finish her drink in time. Several photos show her cheeks puffed out as she tried to quickly place the glass down and missed the second post, quickly realizing her mistake. Sophie tried to reverse, but when that didn't work, she clamped the glass between her teeth and drove on. Edward, dressed in a white polo shirt and a straw hat, recorded the entire attempt on his phone, while 20-year-old Louise watched nearby. The mother's attempt amused her, and she was captured pointing at her mother and laughing. Lady Louise Windsor secured second place in the novice pony driving competition at the Sandringham Driving Trials, where she was supported by her caring father, Prince Edward. Louise participated in the competition for the first time on Sunday, earning an impressive silver medal. Just 2 weeks ago, the 20-year-old was waving to the crowd from a horse-drawn carriage at the Trooping the Ceremony, and now she was behind the reins herself. The Sandringham Trials were first organized in 1982 by Louise's grandfather, Prince Philip, who wanted to bring one of his favorite sports to one of his favorite places, and they are always held the weekend after Royal Ascot. The eldest child of the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Edward and Sophie, prefers to stay out of the limelight when it comes to attending royal events and chooses not to use her Royal Highness title at the driving competition on Sunday. Louise was supported by her father, who eagerly watched from the sidelines as his daughter competed with one of the Queen's ponies. Louise, who is 16th in line to the throne, was dressed in an elegant tweed blazer with a shirt and tie underneath. She wore beige and orange stitched gloves, a riding hat, and a cream jute purse, receiving a blue ribbon for second place in the driving competition. Louise was greeted with warm hugs from her father, who proudly embraced his daughter while sitting in the carriage. Her passion for carriage driving was inspired by the late Prince Philip, who adored the sport and encouraged her to take it up. Philip took up the sport at the age of 50 after he could no longer play his favorite sport, polo. The sport created a special bond between him and Lady Louise, and after his death in 2021, he left her his carriage. The young royal paid tribute to her grandfather's legacy by participating in carriage driving competitions last April on the anniversary of his death. The playful behavior of the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie, at the Sandringham Driving Trials elicited a storm of emotions and laughter among the spectators and her family. Lady Louise, watching her mother hold a wine glass in her teeth while driving a carriage, couldn't contain her laughter when Sophie unsuccessfully tried to place the glass on the second post. At the same event, 20-year-old Lady Louise Windsor demonstrated her carriage driving skills, earning a silver medal in the novice competition. Her father's support, Prince Edward, and the touching connection with her late grandfather, Prince Philip, who left her his carriage, highlighted the importance of this sport to the royal family. Louise, who prefers to stay in the background and avoid titles, has clearly found her calling in carriage driving, continuing the family traditions. Her participation and success in the competitions are not only a tribute to her grandfather's memory, but also a testament to her own talent and dedication. Thus, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's family demonstrated that despite their formal status and duties, there is room for playfulness and family traditions that are passed down from generation to generation. The Sandringham Trials became a vivid example of how the royal family maintains its traditions and remains close-knit despite all the regalia and titles.